Gobble gobble, everybody. This is the Sliders Review. And since it's November, I shall be talking about Thanksgiving episodes. And today I will be talking about Friends Season 5, the one with all the Thanksgivings. This is probably by far the best Thanksgiving episode ever in TV history. My kudos is to the writers and the directors and the showrunners for doing such a great job with this episode. It's just, I don't know, man. It was just something special about this episode. I like the idea of them telling multiple Thanksgiving stories in one single episode. And each was timed perfectly. They didn't go over and drag a storyline out. And so, and not only that, they gave us the memorable hit turkey thing, which is awesome. It's like a display. It's like a place, an exhibit with all the Friends stuff, and you can go there and you can put the giant turkey with the sunglasses and the fizz on your head. Actually, WWE wrestler Carmella just recently took a picture of herself doing that, and it's just hilarious. But I will say this. This episode contradicts the last two Thanksgiving episodes. Because supposedly Chandler hates Thanksgiving and he won't eat Thanksgiving food. The only Thanksgiving food he'll eat is macaroni and cheese. However, in the last two Thanksgiving episodes, we see him enjoying Thanksgiving for the most part. Some bad stuff does happen to him, but we see him eating Thanksgiving food, so that totally contradicts everything. But one thing that makes this so great is the flashback episodes. Friends is always at its best when it does flashback episodes. Once they started that very first one, it just kept happening season after season, and they're so great. How I will say this, after season 6, Friends started to get a little stale to me. Season 7 just really wasn't all that fun. And so after season 7, I kind of just stopped watching. But then once it went to syndication and reruns, I started rewatching it so I can finish out the entire series and stuff. But I don't know, something just happened in season 7 that it lost this spark. I like the idea of Monica and Chandler hiding their relationship and stuff. But once it became official and then they moved in and then they kept swapping the roommates in and out, and then the whole Joey Rachel thing, and then the whole Ross and Rachel thing again, and then the whole kid thing, and then that, I don't know, and then Phoebe and whoever the world she was dating and stuff, it just got boring after a while. It should have ended after season 6. Monica and Chandler should have just gotten together, got married and let it end, you know what I'm saying? And Ross and Rachel could have done whatever they wanted to do and stuff. But yeah. But so what was so great about this episode is, I totally feel the way they do, feeling like you're dead after eating Thanksgiving food. Mine is finally starting to wear off after all these hours. It's close to 2 in the morning. And so they're all exhausted and they're talking about Thanksgiving and how they all got stories and all this other cool stuff. And Chandler although this episode's a little problematic now because of some of the references they make. There are gay jokes, there are fat jokes, and it's 2021 now and that stuff just doesn't fly. So Chandler first tells the story about how his dad came out the closet and the mom and the dad's special helper, this Asian dude who was gay and stuff. That's problematic now. Phoebe has some two interesting stories where the whole past life thing, she's a nurse during the wars and her arm gets blown off and there's blood splattering and stuff like that. The second time it happened, the arm didn't really want to fall off. Oh. Joey had the story. Well, Rachel had this. No, wait. They were telling their worst Thanksgiving stories ever, and because Rachel talking about she had a terrible one, and I think Monica told the one about Joey and the turkey head thing, and how he wanted to scare Chandler, so he put a giant turkey on his head. It got stuck. So him and Phoebe and Monica tried to get it off, but they couldn't. And he ended up scaring like Chandler, but he couldn't see, so he kept looking in the wrong direction. But of course, Rachel didn't know that story at all. So then they assumed it was the one where it's at Ross's family house when they was younger, and Rachel and Monica was still in high school, and like what is it and Ross and what's his name Chandler were like in college, like 19 or something like that. And it's funny because like they look so they don't look young at all, and it's what makes it so hilarious. And Chandler hair looks like Wolverine more than Wolverine's hair ever looked in the live action X-Men movies. And then so like whatchamacallit, Chandler's acting weird and talking about how he doesn't like Thanksgiving. Monica was hilarious when she was big, man. I loved how Courtney changed her voice and she just became a completely different character. That's why I love the flashback episodes and Rachel and her big nose, and I just love how they changed their voices to sound like younger and goofier. And so, Monica overhears Chandler calling her fat. That hurt her feelings. And in present day, he's all upset because they're secretly dating and stuff. But Rachel said that's not the worst Thanksgiving ever. And then they tell the story of Chandler and how he lost his toe. And so basically, it's like Monica wanted to get back at him, and so she tried to pretend like she wanted to have sex with him and trying to like get turned on, and she had like the knife and everything, and it flew out her hand and chopped his toe off. He went to the emergency room, and instead of bringing his toe on ice, she brought like a carrot. So he was pissed and didn't want to talk to her. She tried to cheer him up by putting a turkey on her head, and she does like a wiggle dance. And then he says he loves her, and then that's when their relationship really got like intense. I remember when I heard that, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, why is she acting so weird because he said he loves her? I say that all the time just to like say it. And so then I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe I shouldn't say I love you to like the people, especially women, because they might think I'm actually in love with them. Because like when I say I love you, that's to me is saying like I like you, just like a regular like person, you know what I'm saying? But apparently women take it completely different. So ever since then, I've never used that word since. And so like yeah, and then so Joey goes into like his apartment, sees the turkey on Monica's head, flips out and runs out. And it's just a hilarious episode. Like I truly believe this is the greatest Thanksgiving episode in any TV show. Like period. Well, didn't that just fill you up? Well, alrighty, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.